This August 20th, I am once again under the crossfires, just being mercilessly ripped apart by the internet, by, you know, the greatest activists of all time, anarchists on Twitter. Folks, you might have heard the news. There's just some stuff that's been
Happy anniversary, chat.
Trending. Late August is no fan of you. No, it's not. Let me just point it out real quick, okay?
Love you, Hasman.
I mean, I'm laughing currently, but I will not be smiling when you know, freaks start coming to my place.
18 months and
but
we haven't even
right now I think it's a
Burger King.
laughable thing
What
that people
gives?
are fucking upset about. Yes. Last year,
August
or
apparently
not
is really
last
just
year.
not
Oh,
your
I guess
month.
last year.
Gee, sorry about that.
I wanted to move out of my 1-bedroom apartment to a 2-bedroom apartment because I wanted to bring my mom to
This
sunny
goes
California,
out to all
Los
the
Angeles
LSF Andes. I effed your mom.
during the heat of COVID. I also wanted to get a place that had a garage so that my brother would have a place to, you know, do his hobbies and stuff. And I'm a very fortunate person, as I've talked about many times. If you are someone who watches me regularly, then you absolutely know what my perspective is on this stuff. So I was living with her, and that was wonderful at first. And then it got a bit much, you know. It got a little crazy after a while, because, you know, I'm living with my mom in a 2-bedroom apartment, not a lot of privacy. Every time I'm doing a podcast or something, she's like walking behind. She's literally featured on the Streamies award show that where I received an award because she didn't know that I was
Buy another one.
you know, I was doing an interview, receiving an award over the internet, right? Anytime I do podcasts, she's walking behind me. So I was like, look, I love that you're here.
Love you, Has.
And I also, you know, want to offer you comfort. And also I want to, like, you know, have a little bit more space. There was a process in which I started publicly looking for a home. And you guys know this already because I talked about it. I was like, which was foolish. And I should have never done it, but regardless. I talked about it. I was like, I'm going to get a house. I'm going to get a house in California. I'm going to get a house in Los Angeles, California. And I started looking for houses. And I went to a couple different places where a couple different instances where, like, I basically offered asking price right up front, and these motherfuckers were like, yeah, you're gonna have to pay us like $100,000 more than the asking price.
Great as always, chat.
And that's when I was like, all right, fuck this, I'm done. But of course, you know, the same problems
Mary
of space
21
still
chat.
existed, and my mom and dad, who are very upset with me never really spending my money on anything, were like, dude, just buy a house. You're
10
fucking
months of waiting
stupid.
for Hasan Hassel.
So they continued it. They continued the hunt. And they came to a location that they liked.
1 year hypers.
So I was like, fuck it. I took all the necessary precautions. I'm not going to detail them, but just know that I took all of the necessary precautions. I did a couple things like boost my credit,
Brag to my friends when my socialist streamer only owns a $3 million.
as I've talked about as well, in an effort to get decent enough credit so I could get a loan. Because, like, a lot of people on Twitter think that I, bought a house cash. It's because they're fucking stupid. Sorry. It's because they're 14 and they're leftists. And they just learned about Marxism over the course of these past couple of months. So of course they're kind of dumb and they don't know how that works. They just think I fucking, you know, faced the entire cost up front. Just fucking put it down. And of course, it leaked. I talked to some other content creators about similar experiences that they've had, and they're like, yeah, it's a wrap. Now, of course, those other content creators are not anti-capitalist. Those other content creators are not leftists. And those other content creators sometimes don't have the same level of involvement from incredibly active, incredibly online communities that love bringing this sort of attention without thinking about the consequences of said attention. Now, I don't really care about the bad press because, you know, what, fucking people are going to be mad at me for buying a house? Suck my dick, for the record. Like, and if that is legitimately your point, then suck my dick. That's what I have to say. I did something that I am incredibly fortunate to be able to do, which is get a larger living space for myself that I will be streaming out of, obviously, that my family can live in as well. And for me, that was something that I was going to do regardless. That was something that I was always going to do. So I apologize to all of those I have offended by doing something that very profoundly privileged Americans, millions of them, do every year. Home ownership. That's it. And this is something that I talk about regularly. This is something that, I mean, my privilege and how fortunate I am. Something I talk about absolutely regularly. Every single day. Did mama cry? No, because I've been yelling at them nonstop in the background because it's been incredibly frustrating because I knew this day was going to come and I took all the precautions necessary. People aren't mad you bought a house. They are mad you got a mansion. Yeah, I don't care. I don't. I live in an area that is incredibly expensive.
I now own 1 trillion.
And I bought a single family home that is, you know, it's definitely large. It's the largest home I've ever been inside of. But ultimately, I don't care. You can be offended all you fucking want. So I welcome you to sucking my cock. If you are upset that I am living in a home that is not of your choosing, then I would ask you to truly reevaluate.
Congrats on your
truly
house.
Reevaluate
All the haters.
How fucking entitled you are. I mean, what? Was I supposed to fucking check in with every Tom, Dick, and Harry on what the appropriate size and dimensions were supposed to be? Okay, I don't like that people are either half defending me or defending me by shitting on me. People are like, 3,000 square feet is not a mansion, lol. Okay, well, fuck you. There's not a lot of space in LA. Okay, it's a lot of space for me. It's a lot of space for me. Fuck yourself. Okay, I'm very, I'm happy about it. I don't want to hear from motherfuckers who are like, shut the fuck up, you poor bitch. It's not, yeah, I know the pool's not big. It doesn't matter. Okay.
11 months peepo pog.
What is of course frustrating about all this is that, like, you know, people are fucking insane. Like, terminally online weirdo people who consider themselves to be leftists were like, that's fucked up. You know, people are just like behaving in the most insane way possible about the situation, saying that, like, I'm contributing to the homelessness crisis in Los Angeles, that I should be living out of an apartment. There's been a lot of suggestions on Twitter. There's a lot of funny ones. I mean, I've been replying to like a lot. I went off once it was inevitable. Once it was absolutely inevitable, like once push came to shove and it got to a point where we were fucking trending for the past like 13 hours, 14 hours and it's still going. Once it got to that point, it was like inevitable. So I just started blasting, and I've been blasting ever since. Now, of course, the way that this sort of manufactured outrage cycle goes is originally the first people that come out are obviously very, very annoying individuals who personally fucking despise me. And then other individuals who are YouTubers that will see that person post about it and then, you know, go and make an article about it. You know, the classic like, Nico lol, oh my God. And then after that, it kind of snowballs, and then lefties came out of the fucking woodwork, like random fucking, you know, PSL people came out of the woodwork, fucking screeching like, how dare you? How dare you buy? I should probably tweet that I'm live, by the way. You know, let's kick this into fucking high gear, honestly. I personally think is really funny. Like, the reason why I engaged them is because I thought it was extra funny, because they were like, you're profiting off of socialism. First of all, no. Like, what the fuck? Am I profiting off of socialism when I watch 90-day fiance videos? Am I profiting off of fucking socialism when I'm like, you know, making memes about cussy? Like, what the fuck kind of idiotic take is this? Like, what are you talking about? Like, profiting off of socialism? Yeah, motherfuckers come in here and they're like, yeah, we are supporting the vanguard, comrade. Like, no, that's not happening. And that's precisely why, like, most of these people are not fucking actual community members or even tangentially aware of who the fuck I am or what I do. They just saw, literally, lefty buys house, and their baby brains went to the same exact fucking classic Western liberal trope that, like, socialism means no house. So, you know, Felix chimed in. A lot of people chimed in. I finally last night said, fuck it. You know, after this shit was already popping off, I was like, all right, you know, people are saying like, Hasan, why are you trending? Why are you trending? And I felt bad because, like, I obviously want to, like, let you guys know about shit that's happening in my life, but there are very obvious reasons why I can't tell you every fucking thing that's going on, because it's a gigantic security risk, which it's too late now. So yeah, fuck it. You know what I mean? I said everyone needs to collectively calm down. They failed. I said Breitbart, left Twitter weirdos. Socialism is when no house. And people actually are of the mindset, for some reason, I think, that, like, fucking hella security.
22 months on this, the holiday feels.
How come you didn't take your own advice and just ignore this message? By responding, you've given this much more attention and controversy. Are you fucking stupid, dude? It's on Fox News, you dumb fuck. What do you think? I was just gonna keep avoiding this? Are you guys insane, dude? Like, it's literally been trending, and articles are being written about it already. Okay? Nobody needs an expensive house. 3 months later, buys an expensive house. I don't think you understand. The house I was looking at was $500 million for one person. The house I currently, like, the house I bought is a single family home. The only reason why it's expensive is because of the area that I live in. What the fuck is wrong with people, dude? Are you guys that stupid? I mean, some of you are literally that stupid. Now, the hilarious part about this is, like, people literally turn around and will say things like I'll get to that in a second. You a loser, mad at Hasan for buying a house. Me enlightened, mad at Hasan for how many 10-10 smoke shows that want to do sex with them.
Has left.
True. Anyway, let me just, like, walk through this quickly. So,
Poggies.
Basically what happened is some fucking gossip rag. I don't know how the fuck, even though I took, like, the actual,
no, my damn
like,
sub
even though I actually took the fucking legitimate, like, steps to, you know, make sure that I had the security and all this stuff. It doesn't even fucking matter. If 20 years ago someone came to you in Turkey and told you 20 years later you buying a house would make national news in the United States, how would you feel? I mean, at the time, looking at it from the outside, I would probably feel really good about it. Like, oh shit, I've made it. But then also, now that I'm in it, I fucking know that it's not a good thing because it's so much headaches. So basically, people were mad at me for... Is this true? Oh, Noah said, Hasan got a new house because I went to the old one and used the bathroom and he didn't want to live there anymore. Yep, that's true. So most people who are critiquing you aren't exactly saying that, but sure. So I said, most people can suck my dick. And I've said what I've said a million times over. Like, if you get mad at me, don't try to like fucking murder me. You know, tax me, dude. I mean, fucking do it. Tax me.
Hassle.
Right? I work within the same system that you do. I don't know what you want from me. I am gonna keep fucking living. I'm not gonna cease to exist. Hopefully. And you're not doing fucking praxis when you tweet about how angry you are that I bought a fucking house. Like, and I'm not going to change my values either. So I don't really care. Nothing changed about my values, about my worldview in any capacity whatsoever. These are things that I've talked about openly too, but it's yet again another case of like, I don't really know what's going on. Holy shit, people are crazy. How are you so chill? I've been getting death threats since I started doing politics on the internet as a leftist, which is why it's also additionally ironic whenever motherfuckers are like, dude, you're doing this for fucking profit. No, like being able to make money off of this is great. Okay, it's a wonderful situation. It wasn't necessarily the case, but it's also an inclination, or it's also a fucking example that like things are getting better overall for like leftist agitative propaganda, class consciousness, all that sort of stuff. But unfortunately, most people are so fucking brain broken from the anti-socialist Red Scare propaganda that they unironically, whether they're lefties themselves or fucking right-wingers or liberals, think socialism means no house. Socialism means nothing that you can... Socialism means that you can't have nice things. Socialism means you have to live in fucking poverty. And leftists do the exact same thing that right-wingers do because they're just this fucking delusional about it. That's not the case. It's just not the case. And it's also not something I've fucking hid. I don't know what else to say about it. Like, I have my sub count up there. I don't really fucking spend money on like lavish shit in general. But motherfuckers have been lying about like me wearing designer merch for years. So yeah, go ahead. I got a fucking designer house, bitch. iPhone. There you go. Bernie Sanders has 3 homes. AOC wears fucking designer for a magazine shoot. Like, it's always the same. And the argument is always the same as well. Russell Brand, who is another himbo, has a very good take on this. You know what I mean? When I was poor and I advocated for socialism, they said I was jealous. When I became rich and advocated for socialism, they said I'm a hypocrite. And after a while, I realized they just don't want you fucking advocating for socialism. There's nothing else. So that's why I find it really fucking weird that, you know, left-wingers will jump on the bandwagon too and say the exact same thing. They say the exact same thing because they don't understand the difference between personal and private property. They don't understand that that like shelter is a fucking necessity. And they think it's too lavish. Like, okay, it's too lavish. Yeah, so what? You understand that it makes you less relatable though, right? Yeah, I don't give a fuck, dude. If you think that I'm less relatable, there are plenty of things that make me less relatable. Yeah, no shit, dude. No shit. What do you mean, dude? I advocate for a lot of things. I advocate for the fucking the people that are living under like brutal fucking dictatorships and shit. I don't live there. I don't have that like personal experience with what that's like. So what the fuck do you mean? I talk about things that are outside of my personal scope and experience all the time. I talk about systemic racism. I'm not black. The point is, boys and girls and MBs, it's who I am that makes this notable, because it's an ongoing meme. So if you're a fucking leftist, like, I really personally don't care about right-wingers saying this shit, okay? Because, like, right-wingers are gonna say this regardless. But what fucking makes me mad is when I see dumbass leftists say this shit.
HasanAbi Has.
Why? Why would you take on the reactionary fucking talking point that socialism means you have to literally not have any money, and if you ever do end up making money, like, you have to donate all of it? Like, lol. Imagine claiming you're a socialist and then not donating 100% of your earnings, bro. Like, that's what people were doing on Twitter, and it's psychotic. And unfortunately, for a lot of people, there's two damages there. One is that people think these are my fans, and they're not. They're fucking psychos that are completely outside of this community. If you are in this community, you've seen me talk about this sort of stuff before I ever had a house, before I ever even thought I could get a house. Like, I'm talking about shit like this all the time. So you already know what my perspective is. Okay? But the unfortunate problem is, like, people think these are my community members, that, like, this is what I'm fucking teaching people, and now they're, like, coming back to, like, you know, kill me, comrade, or whatever the fuck, right? So that's the first problem. And then the second problem is it continues to extend that same kind of psychotic fucking propaganda that, like, you can't be successful. Like, you can't be successful. If you're a leftist, you cannot be successful. How do you not recognize that that is, like, the greatest fucking piece of propaganda that you could ever abide by? Why are you against charity? I'm not.
Keep it going.
I'm against fucking publicizing when you do charity. Okay? Because here's the reason. Here's the real thing. Like, I donate to mutual aid organizations. I've donated both publicly and also privately. I've helped out with fundraisers for charities specifically that pertain to the homelessness crisis. You guys know this. I raid other streamers, and I personally donate as well. The famously Jordan Yule has a literal fucking Fortnite chug jug tattoo on his leg for one of those drives that we did.
It's okay. Hasan, I have a house too.
And the thing is, like, the reason why I don't really like to talk about it is because this is exactly what the rich people do. It's rich people shit to turn around and be like, ha, dude, I mean, come on, I gave money to charity, shut the fuck up. Do you understand? So that's part of the reason why whenever people are like, well, what about donating to Cash Apps, donating to whatever, donating to blah, 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 like, that's what fucking tilts me to no end. It tilts me to no fucking end when people are like, why aren't you donating to this, that? First of all, I do. But the reason why you don't fucking hear about it, is because it's idiotic to do fucking PR around it, okay? And of course I'm gonna fucking donate. I have a lot of money, and I don't spend it on anything. Yeah, I saw your $27, the Act Blue, big fucking whoop. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, these fucking dumbasses think that, like, the sum of all my donations are political contributions I've done to the Bernie Sanders campaign. You're a fucking idiot. It's your fault that you are angry. You don't even know what you're angry about. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, that's not like mutual aid donations don't fucking show up as public political support, you fucking idiot. And it doesn't matter. It does not matter. None of that matters, okay?
Just don't get a house for.
It's so frustrating that this was supposed to be an exciting thing for you, and I'm sure it's been nothing but stress. It's not an exciting thing because you know me. I could fucking live. I could live here. I could continue living here easily and continue to fucking stream out of this. So no, I don't give a fuck. Maybe that's probably more offensive than anything, that like that I don't personally care and get fucking stoked about this situation. And I knew that this was going to happen. Your stream with AOC got $200,000 for a Queens mutual aid group where you donated 10K yourself. There's, if you are in this community, you've probably seen me do this already, so it doesn't really matter, right?
820
but
is my new birthday.
Then show receipts of the donations you've made because no one believes you. I don't care. I will not do that. I will not do that. I don't give a fuck. Why? So that bad faith Andes can like fucking feel justified while I then personally turn around and what, look like a good guy because I'm donating money. And then there's always going to be other people who are literally like, well, that's not enough money. There should be even more money that he's donated. Why is he only donated this percentage? It doesn't matter. And this is what I've told other streamers as well whenever like this sort of conversation comes up, when people are like, oh my God, like, why aren't you, you know, when people fucking yell at other streamers for donating money to charity and stuff, I always tell them, look, dude, do what is right, okay? It literally does not matter. People are going to get mad at you because everyone has a tough go at it, okay? Everyone has a shitty fucking life. People are stepping on Legos left and right, okay? People have fucking bills to pay. People are angry. People are angry at the system, but systemic change is incredibly difficult to fucking tackle and dismantle. So they're going to shift their focus on to whatever like excess that they see as like gluttony or unacceptable, and they're gonna fucking get mad at that. So it doesn't matter. Just do your donations, do it quietly. You don't have to fucking do it for PR.
Here you go,
and just move on with your life. Just like
it's on me.
These sorts of fucking psychotic you know, commentary and critiques are not going to change my perspective. I'm no longer a fucking capitalist.
I can't believe you want to live in a house.
But like, people make it seem like you know, Mr. Beast is like the #1 socialist, I guess. And I have no problem with Mr. Beast. You know, I think he's a nice person. But like, charity is not socialism. Okay?
Will get me from
it's
Alabama
not.
To San Diego today. Prayers for me.
Charity, or the necessity for charity, is an indication that there's systemic change. A thing that I have, once again, talked about 1,000,000 times over. Okay? And then also on top of that, charity, while I still engage in it, and I gotta keep repeating myself.
Everyone is on your case instead of
like,
congratulating.
Charity is a fucking exit for a hell of rich people. Like, it's a way to shelter their money. That's why all these fucking 501c3s run like corrupt capitalist companies. So a lot of takes I saw
3 months
basically were reduced to you know, I talked about charity. I said I do donate, some public, most not. However, this fucking brain dead take that keeps dumbasses from thinking that Bill Gates is a good guy. Yeah, Bill Gates has made more money in his fucking lifetime since he, you know, put all of his assets into a 501c3, into the fucking Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. So how do you fucking square that circle? You know what I mean? So that's one. And then two, once again, is Jeff Bezos a good person? He donated like fucking billions of dollars over the course of his life. Is he all of a sudden not still making exploitation? Show us your anonymous donation receipts. No. No. What kind of ridiculous fucking take is this? This is fucking preposterous, dude. If you know, you know. Sometimes you will see. Sometimes you will see when I donate. I don't like make a fucking big show of it, but you see it. Like sometimes I'll do it quietly. Sometimes I'll do it on stream.
Don't listen to him, King.
Mutual aid is different than donating to orgs. No, I donate to mutual aid organizations too, though. Okay? Not just fucking... Yeah. If you show the receipts, then it's flexing. It's a never-ending find, okay? It's because the goal isn't to like address a problem and then be like, wow, okay, never mind, I stand corrected. Like this person was actually donating to charity. Never mind, I was wrong. Then it's going to be an additional problem. Like, well, you donated this charity, it's not that good, or you didn't donate enough, blah blah blah. Like, or you know, you're not doing enough mutual aid still. Like mutual aid means you need to fucking donate to my Cash App directly, or, you know, sub to my Patreon. Okay. And that's also like a separate annoying fucking thing. But as I've said time and time again,
Socialism is when poor.
the necessity of charity is an indication of systemic failure. It's still useful to help out mutual aid organizations, and I will continue to do so. And I will continue to do to help out with fundraising efforts, and I will continue to do all of that. Some quietly, some when I believe it'll do more good. If I'm like promoting a specific charity, then I'll do it publicly. Okay. As I have done so thus far.
Congrats on the house. Have my
but
prime.
That's not how you solve the structural problems.
Thank you for the great content. Hassle.
And Felix chimed in and he said, making a pledge to my followers and listeners, I will never stop renting. I love leases and I'm never going to stop. If I have kids, I will make it so they have to pay rent on the place I rented when I died. I will rent places in cities I will never even visit. You really shouldn't be having to talk in circles like this. I'm not talking in circles. I'm describing. I'm using this opportunity to like correct the record on a thing when there's the maximum amount of eyeballs and maximum amount of attention on this particular matter. It's something that I've talked about when people were like, Bernie Sanders is a millionaire, lol. It's something that I've talked about when they were like, AOC's wearing fancy dresses, lol. Like, it's something that I've talked about regularly. So I will continue to talk about it, and I will continue to fucking correct the record on a bunch of dumbass lefties. If you're a right winger, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, exactly. It seems like you are annoyed that I am more successful in this like incredibly corrupt, inherently exploitative system than you. So it sucks to suck. Like, how about you fucking, I don't know, advocate for more labor union power, or advocate for higher tax on the wealthy? You know, just like. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, that'll really piss me off, dude. Please, definitely destroy me by, using the government apparatus to fucking tax me at a higher burden. So, but if you're a leftist and you're like, why haven't you literally fucking stopped what you're doing and set up your own mutual aid organization, your mutual aid organization, then you're fucking insane. Like, dude, this is what I do. I do entertainment, and I do education, and I do agitative propaganda while I do that. And if you can't see a fucking, I don't know, if you can't see a goddamn a use for that, then I don't know what to tell you, but like, shut the fuck up, okay? Not everything I have to do has to be like, not everything I have to do has to like abide by this weird like religious principle that you've ascribed your own branch of fucking orthodox Marxism to, which most of these people are anarchists anyway, so they don't know what the fuck is Marxism regardless. It's so weird. Remember, there was a time and place.
Hassle.
There was a time and place when there was a lot of people that used to say, do you think it's fair to say some of these insane takes are criticisms that come from a place of jealousy? I think it doesn't come from a place of jealousy. I mean, there is definitely jealousy, but I think it mostly comes from a place of anger. Okay? Rightful anger. Not towards me personally, but towards the system. Like, I didn't fucking contribute to the housing crisis, but people want to feel like that is a appropriate target. You see what I'm saying? Like, oh, he contributed to the housing crisis single-handedly. Like, that's what he's doing now. And I saw a lot of those. I saw a lot of those takes.